What's up you guys, this is Junior Trader and in this video we are taking a look at a very special stock guys. It's Nikola Corporation or Nikola, the NKLA ticker. Now this thing, I don't know if you know about Nikola, but this company in 2020 was at its peak, right? Like this was, it has all of its fiasco with that Trevor Milton CEO, getting sued, rolling down the dummy truck down the ramp or downhill and showing investors, oh, their hydrogen truck is working, right? Like this thing back in 2020 was at like $80 or so. We are so far down right now that I have to zoom, completely pan out the chart here and zoom out fully. At the peak, it was almost just shy of $100, right? Now look at this thing where it is right now. Like I have to like find where the stock price is right now, guys. So why I'm covering this stock, right? For the reasons that it's in the news, there is momentum coming in on this, and this thing is coming out with some good news. And technically, again, this is a penny stock, and I would not put a lot of money into it, but these penny stocks, when they explode to the upside, they give massive moves as well. And with this momentum in the news coming in for Nikola, let's go through this. There's some news as well I want to cover in this video with you all, and also then provide the technicals if this is something to gamble on, because right, the penny stocks are for like, especially company like Nikola. I'm not going to tell you go and invest your money into this because they no, but this is more like a hype stock, momentum stock, getting into the news. Let's see if we can squeeze out some dollars out of it, right? So I'll talk about all of this in this video. So before going further, I just want to let you know none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes. I'm only sharing my opinion. You are solely responsible for your own financial decisions and outcomes, and I take guarantee of nothing here. And it looks like in the list of EVs here, I'll add Nikola now. So let's see how it stands the test of times, and I'll keep covering this. Okay. So what I want to first start off with is some of the news that we have, and that is, let's start off with this one. Nikola produced 43, wholesaled 40 electric vehicles. Now, I'm not quite sure why they're saying electric vehicles here, because they produce hydrogen cell vehicles. So Nikola produced 43 electric vehicles and wholesaled 40 in the first quarter. The zero-emission truck maker said the 3 remaining electric trucks in the finished goods inventory at the end of the quarter have already been allocated and will be delivered in early April. We anticipate further sales growth in the future quarters as our HYLA hydrogen fueling solutions come online, said Chief Executive Steve Girsky. So maybe EVs, hydrogen thing are also being called EVs maybe, but so we'll just use that terminology. Here we have another article by Reuters. EV maker Nikola beats first quarter deliveries estimates for hydrogen trucks. The electric truck maker said on Thursday it has delivered 40 vehicles in the first quarter compared with the 30 units estimated by the consensus of 4 analysts polled by Visible Alpha. Cool, looking great for Nikola back again. Well, we also have that, here we go. Nikola made more fuel cell trucks in Q1 than it did in all of 2023. Stock soars. Well, it's still a penny stock, but anyways, this is making some, okay, so you get that point, right? Like it's in the headline, it's in the news. Things are technically also squeezing up. We'll talk about that in just a second. We also have Trevor Milton coming back again in the picture here. So you all remember all this, shenanigans and fiasco happened in 2020, right? I just mentioned in the starting of this video. So here we go. When last we left the ongoing drama that is Nikola Corp and its convicted founder, Trevor Milton, the fuel cell truck and hydrogen fuel distribution company, had been unable to collect on $167 million arbitration award in November. Milton moved in January to get the award overturned. Last month, Nikola sued Milton in the U.S. District Court for the District of Arizona seeking a temporary restraining order under the Arizona Uniform Fraudulent Transfer Act. It wanted to prevent Milton from selling or moving his company stock until he had paid up. Court rejects Nikola bid for restraining order. So, buying votes for board seats, Nikola theorizes Milton may have given shares to some existing stockholders to support the 5 candidates he's pushing for seats on Nikola's board of directors. Milton nominated the alternate slate for June's board meeting. And I think, Trevor Milton is he's coming back in the picture, and all of this is because he started it, right? He is convicted and all of that for that whole fiasco and all of that. And I think it's sitting inside him that he want to take it back as well, because why not, right? He was what, even though he was doing all that, I don't want to use the words fraudulent or what. I'm not a liar or anyone, but he was doing all those raking in the investors' money by showing the truck going down the ramp or downhill and all of that, just pushing the truck, all these things, right? He just got caught, right? Many investors do all these shenanigans. You can pick up so many EV stocks that were just pumped up back then, and they are like what now, penny stocks right now, right? There was just so much of that mergers and all that, yeah, the special operations mergers for the EVs, and everything was spiking up, will fall, plummet. But anyways, so that's the little bit of a background of the ongoing news on things with Nikola. Let's take a look at the technicals. Can we make money out of this thing? That's the bottom line, right? So, well, technically, let's not talk about on the daily intervals. So if I squeeze out, like if I zoom out everything, you don't see the stock price here, guys. This used to be at $80 something. So we are right now down to the pennies on this. So, but what we have been seeing lately is some movement happening. We have broken out of that consolidation here, and we have been going up lately. The rejection that we have had here is at the 200 days moving average. Okay, look, it's at $1. So it depends how much you want to risk it. So if, let's say, I want to risk $100, I can just gamble it into just, okay, risk $100. I risk more than in thousands when I take other stocks trades which are trading at $700, $800. This is like $100 risk. If it goes to zero, sure, just wipe your hands off of $100 and move on, right? It hasn't gone to $0 yet, though. 58 cents seems like, not 58 cents, but 50 cents seems like a bottom. So you will only lose $50 if it goes flat again. But what I'm trying to say is it technically worth it to gamble? I'm using the word gamble here because, oh, it's a penny stock, and Nikola is just, it has so much of history to it, right? But anyways, guys. So, okay, now, technically, this thing is a flat thing again if it loses $87. That's where right now the pivot on this is. Yeah, it has broken some structures, looking to go to upside, rejected at 200 days moving average. So, if it crosses above $1.15, which is also breaking the double top and then also breaking above 200 days moving average, yeah, it has potential again to go to $1.70, and after that test $3. At least in the near term, I can say that $3.75 is the possibility. I'm working out of these levels. The next level is $4.50. What you can do is, if you have access to my universal indicator, you can just drag this thing out back in the timeline where the previous price action has been, and those levels would show up. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description below. So yeah, and after that $3.75, I would watch this level of $4.45. So whenever you see so many lines showing up here, you can just focus on one thing where you see the recent price action, right? The consolidation. So that's why I'm saying $1.72 and then this area of $3.70. So yeah, technically this thing, if it want to go up, it has a room to go up. Technically, it's confirming that good news is coming out of it. But you have to, again, right now, if you will lose, let's say you're trading 100 shares, you're going to lose $100 and just move on. If you double it, you're going to lose $200. Well, technically 50 cents has been the bottom, so you're going to lose what? $100 if you're risking $200 on this, right now. So Anyways, that's your decision what you want to do. Technically, yep, looks like this can go up. You can also use this pivot line. Again, I'm not going to have a conviction on this, guys. This is purely a technical play. Wipe off your hands. This is not the thing you want to marry to. Okay, this is just like, okay, I have spare money sitting around and I want to just risk it. If I lose it, lose it. That's all. That's type of, right now you have these type of stocks you have to trade this way. You don't cry over, oh, I lost $50. Oh, no. These type of penny stocks, you just give it a shot, they work, and you move on. But yes, the moves can come on this as soon as we break out of this 200 days moving average and we don't break below this trend line, because we have a pivot formed here, and also not forming this double top, and which will be a good squeeze if we break out of our 200 days moving average, and then $3 possibility, and then after that I would watch this resistance over here. That is the level of $4.80. And then after that, what? I can give you a lot of levels here. $8.96 as well. And then $12. And then after that, just use my indicator, just move it back in the picture. When I say picture, I mean in the price action. And those levels will show up as well. And through the experience, you would know which one to focus more on for these big moves. And then I would say that $15. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So yeah, and after that, I'll just give it level by level. Just give it some higher range to look at it. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much, guys. On this, let's actually go to hourly interval, and let's talk about a couple of things over there as well. And I'm just gonna, wow, this thing is just so beaten up. Let's go to the hourly interval, and okay, one thing I'm gonna do is, because we have, again, this use just significant levels on this. You don't need intraday levels for this, just because significant levels are enough. And this is just because I went too far in the timeline, right? I just want to come a little bit closer here. And let's go with the July 1st. Or I'm telling you, it's just going to confuse you more if you go ahead and use the intraday on Nikola, because it's a penny stock. Also, it depends how many stocks you are trading. Just focus on the significant levels, the black line, and just follow the trend line. It's more just use the daily interval trends on this. Intraday, it's looking good as well to me. It has a potential on intraday to go up back to $1.15. Yeah, just trade with the trend line. Right now, it's looking good on that regards. If you want to trade it, if you want to risk the money in this, but I won't cry over this if I lose the money. I won't even, if let's say if tomorrow I decide to go into it. I'll talk about if I went into it. But yeah, I don't know if I'll size in size out for this thing. I don't know, because I'm not gonna go like heavy on this thing, because if I put my money 100 shares into it, or let's say $200 into it, I would then wait for these explosive moves, and if things looks good, like if it goes to $10, $200 times 10, I made just $2,000 there sitting doing nothing on Nikola. So it's all about, how much I want to risk. I don't think I'm going to size out of it. It's just like, okay, if it goes to dumpster, just I'm going to fully get out. But yeah, it's just more of a technical play. But anyways, guys, hope you got my sentiment in this. Just my opinion, that's all. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description below of this video. All right, guys, with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.